Going to be solving a sequential circuit with two D flip-flops, A and B, one input Y and one output Z, is specified in the following equation. Now we're drawing the A D flip-flop. This is how it looks like. Now the B flip-flop, it has DB, B and B bar. The input Y and the output Z. Okay, so this is the equation. This is how we link it. First of all, there's BY. Okay, we take from the B and then we take from the Y and we put and between them. I'm sure you're familiar with them. Then we put the A bar Y. We take from the A bar and we take from the Y and we put an AND operator. Now there's a plus sign between them, so that's an OR. We put the OR gate and yeah, we link it to the DA. Now there's DB equal to Y bar. I suggest you pause the video and do it yourself. Okay, so now that you have done it, this is how we do it. Also with the Z, I suggest that you stop and try to do it yourself. Okay, we take from the A bar and we take from the B bar and we put it to the Z, which is the output. This is how we solve number A. Okay, so number B, we draw a state table. We put the A and B and which are the before, and then we put the after, which is DA and DB. We put the Y input and the Z output. Okay, so now we can see the AB and the input Y. We add them all together and we put 2 power n. Okay, so the addition are 3, so it's 2 power 3, which is equal to 8. That's how we know how much zeros and 1 should be in each row. And we divide them accordingly, 50-50. Okay. Now, to bring the DA, we have to use an equation. The equation is, this one. The one that is put in the above picture. Okay, first of all, for there to be one BY should have B1 and Y1. So, in what case? Here and here. Now the A bar Y should have A bar equal to 1 and Y equal to 1. Okay. Okay, so if A bar equal to 1 and Y equal to 1, when is that the case? So it has to be A equal to 0 because the A bar will be 1 and Y equal to 1. So in here only. The rest are zeros. Okay, because the OR gives us yet this or this, and we just put the cases. Now, DB equal to Y bar, I suggest you pause the video and do it yourself as well. This is just the opposite of Y, so we just flip them. Also the Z, I suggest that you stop and do it yourself. Okay, so Z equal to A bar, B bar. So A has to be equal to 0 and B has to be equal to 0, both of them. Because, the A bar is the opposite of A. So if it's 0, the A bar is going to be 1. Okay, so only in these cases, the rest are zeros. That's how we solve this. Okay, so followed up with number C. This is going to be an easy concept. There's 2 binary numbers, and these are the possibilities. It's either 0 0 or 0 1 or 1 1 or 1 0. We circle each, and we have to put slash output. Now, how do we determine what is the slash output? We are going to look at the state table. In the first case, we have 0 0 0. The output is how much? It's 1. So we just put slash 1. Okay, oops. In the case 0 1, the output is 0. I suggest you do the rest because so you could make sure that you know them. Okay. Now we look at the 1 0. It's also 0, so we also put slash 0. And the 1 1 is also slash 0. Now we have done the outputs. Okay, now we have to put the link between them, which is the input that reaches to the ADB, which is the other 2 binary numbers. So first one has 0 0. The input was 0 and it led to 0 1. Okay, so we move from 0 0 to 0 1 with the input 0. Okay, now with the input 1, it goes from where? From 0 0 to 1 0. Okay, if you knew how it's done, do it yourself. Okay, so in 0 1, the input 0 took us to 0 1, which is the same place, so we do 1 like this. And the 0 1 with 1 input took us to 1 0. Okay, now the 1 0. Starting from the 1 0 with input 0, it took us to 0 1. 0 1. And with an input 1, it took us to 0 0. Now the 1 1, starting from there, with an input 0, it took us to 0 1. And with an input of 1, it took us to 1 0. So we just draw the lines between them. This is that simple. Wait. Now followed up with number D. How do we determine whether it's a mealy or a more? This is the trick. You just look at the output equation, and if it has input in the output equation, then it's a mealy. Is that the case here? It isn't. No input. There isn't y in this equation. Therefore, we put that it is a more since no input. Z has no input. The output has no input in the equation.